the WNBA is a bunch of bitches. Sorry for my language. But I'm sick and tired of their bullcrap.
Oh my God, me too. I am really sick of their bullcrap as well.
These whining biatches. So if you missed it, they came out this weekend, all the teams, in these t-shirts that said, pay us what you owe us. And technically speaking, they actually probably owe the NBA money.
They
I
do.
don't know if they really want to wear these shirts. But they do have people that agree with them. For example, this Ron Placone guy who was like, if you're an employee, the employer's profit margin isn't your problem or responsibility. They need to pay what you're worth or they can't have you. Only in the US are people expected to have some bizarre allegiance to a company with no reciprocation. It is a work cult.
No.
You get an agreed upon salary. All of these women agreed to their salaries. And then if you don't like that salary, then you can leave.
Right.
But entitlement is off the charts. Oh my God.
The people who expect a raise in their salary without helping the company like turn a profit, those are called Congress people. That's what they're called. Yeah. So I look at these ladies and I'm just like, what do you like? They lost $50 million last year.
They're effectively subsidized by the NBA. And honestly, if this entire program went away, there would be like 7 people who were upset.
Yeah. So according to this guy's logic, if you're this whole, it's not your problem or responsibility. Okay, then everybody's fired. Yeah. Everybody, that would solve the problem, right? My daughter's swim club is more financially, like, I guess, stable than the WNBA. It's, you know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. They're losing $50 million in a year. That's crazy, you guys. And then these chicks are like, we need more money.
They've gotten so just out of control, arrogant, just because Caitlin Clark has brought attention to the series.
Right.
And so now all the women, even though they hate Caitlin and they're mean to her and it's awful for her, she is the reason. Nobody honest can deny that she's the reason anybody's paying attention to the sport right now.
Absolutely.
All these other women can pretend that they built up the sport, whatever. They haven't built it up enough to command higher salaries at this point. Maybe in a few years they will. I mean, maybe they're on track to have a new TV contract that'll be much more profitable. But until then, they need to shut up.
Yeah, it just reminds me of the whole Megan Rapinoe thing. Remember?
Oh my God, yeah.
It was. I mean, this is a business, and if the business isn't making money, then the people shouldn't be making money. Why is this so hard to understand?
I don't know.
Why is it hard? I mean,
they asked a bunch of the players about this. One of them, and you won't have ever heard of this woman because nobody has. Her name is Nafisa Collier. Here is her take on getting pay raises for all the players. Nafisa.
What do you mean by what you owe us?
The players of what is building this brand and this league. There is no league without the players, and the past, present, the ones coming up, they're the ones that have put in the blood, sweat, and tears for the new money that's coming in, and so we feel like we are owed a piece of that pie that we helped to create.
But the pie isn't baked yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're just now like there's a lot of, you're investing in the pie. There's a lot of money going out for baking said pie, for creating said pie. The pie isn't cooked yet.
So, well, and then the whole thing, there wouldn't be a league without the players. There also wouldn't be these players would not have a place to play without the league. So, I mean, you know what I mean? If they're welcome to go start something, but they also need the league because they're getting subsidized by the NBA.
Totally. Mm-hmm.
And then Caitlin Clark also, they asked her, she's got $1 million sponsorship deals, multiple $1 million sponsorship deals with various companies. So a reporter asked her, where does your WNBA salary stack up compared to your, $1 zillion sponsorships? And here was her answer.
Where does your W salary stack up against your deals with State Farm, Gatorade, Nike?
That's a good question. Honestly, I feel like that's where we're really fortunate is that we have those other deals. And I think that's one of the things that we're in the room fighting for, like Fee said, is, we should be paid more, and hopefully that's the case moving forward as the league continues to grow. I think that's something that's probably the most important thing that we're in the room advocating about.
So her salary is $78,000. She got a $28 million deal with Nike last year, an 8-year deal. And so, I mean, it's utterly absurd. Like, when you guys are no longer needing to be subsidized, then great. Then you probably get a bigger piece of the pie. But right now you're going to bitch about pay?
Yeah, and that $78,000 salary from that entity is what gave you the $28 million deal with Nike.
Bingo.
So maybe be grateful for that. I mean, this is where I get so irritated, because you can translate that to a lot of other things in the private sector. You know what I mean? People doing stuff like, I don't know, like media, for instance. Like, we know a lot of people that do media and they work with organizations and they get other deals like privately, and they owe a debt of gratitude to those media organizations that catapulted them into, like, quote unquote stardom. That's essentially what Caitlyn has done. She used the WNBA to get those gigantic lucrative deals with, like, Nike and whoever else. You're welcome. I mean, like, I just, the lack of gratitude here is what is so astounding to me. Like, she should be super great. She, of all people, should be super grateful for that, because that's a lot of money. 28 million is a lot of freaking money.
Yeah.
She never has to work again. She could literally leave the league today and be done. I don't feel sorry for her at all. I don't.
Oh my God, I couldn't feel less sorry for any of them. I know you don't have faith in anything anymore, but I know you do have faith in our friend Zach Abraham at Bulwark Capital Management.
I do have faith in him, you guys.
See?
And he's the guy who handles my retirement, because, it was a mess before I called him. It was a total mess, you guys. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But
I can vouch. She used to say to me, wait, you saved from an early age?
I didn't do that. Nobody taught me to do that. I was a complete idiot when it came to saving and stuff like that. And so he's gotten everything on track for me. He's really, really great. He's like a coach for your retirement, and you should be treating your retirement portfolio like a sports team. And you should be looking at it and saying, hey, how did it do in the first half of 2025? And you should be communicating with your retirement guy. And if you're not doing that, why aren't you doing that? Zach does that. He's great because one, he's just a great guy. Two, he's unapologetically conservative. He wants you to win at the game of retirement. He is like a coach, and he's having a free halftime webinar this Thursday, July 24th, at 3:30 Pacific. You can register for the halftime webinar free at knowyourriskpodcast.com. There's no obligation. It's free. You can just listen and see what's going on. You can kind of feel him out, see if you like him. You're going to love him. He's fantastic. And it's not some rah-rah speech or anything. He will give you great information. You can hear directly from him. You should totally sign up and do this. His free halftime webinar this Thursday, July 24th, 3:30 Pacific. Register now at knowyourriskpodcast.com. That's knowyourriskpodcast.com. Do it.
And this is, to your point, you said this reminded you of Megan Rapinoe and the whole soccer, the pay issue with soccer, which reminded me of the same thing. And I saw this clip going around that is related to soccer, not WNBA, but the principle is the same. And this is Will Kane arguing with a woman about the female soccer players' salaries. And the same applies here. Here is Will Kane.
You flip on the TV or, whatever media you're using, you're not hearing about the women usually. It's about the men's game. So, that's so critical.
The women got a pool or got paid out from a pool of $30 million from the Women's World Cup. The men would draw from a pool of $400 million, okay? $400 million, $30 million. Why is that? It's because the Men's World Cup generates $6 billion in revenue. The Women's World Cup generates $131 million in revenue. If you want to talk about pay disparity, the Women's World Cup players get paid out 20% of the total revenue. The men get paid out 7%. As a percentage point, they are getting much more. The problem is, for anybody desiring equal pay, and by the way, I think equal pay is a ridiculous concept in and of itself. If the women generate more revenue, they should get paid more than the men. Don't strive for getting the same. Strive for getting what you're worth. And if you're worth more, then get more.
Yes.
Bingo.
Absolutely right, Will Kane. God, I swear, just quit the complaining. Just it drives me crazy. The lack of gratitude, unbelievable.